闇を欺いて切なを交わして刃すり抜け奴らの隙をつけ貫いた想いが未来を開く Like a burning stone 熱く Like a burning stone
Hello guys, today I'm going to be doing, well not today, I've done quite a few today, but at this moment it's going to be my last one and I'm going to be doing Jojos Bizarre Adventure. I'm going to try to do it very well and to the point. It's going to be a review, no biased opinions, no nothing. But as if you know, me at least, if you know my posts, you know that Jojos Bizarre Adventure is my favorite manga of all time. Because in every aspect I find it spectacular and completely unique to everything. Jojo is never duplicated. They try, but it's never duplicated. It's the king of all mangas. Alright, all bias aside. As always, I'm going to give you a little overview on the show, but afterwards I'm going to rate it with plot progression, character development, soundtrack, animation, and ending. As you know, or maybe you don't know, Jojos Bizarre Adventure is a generational saga that extends from the 1990s, or the 1890s to 2012. Afterwards comes an alternate universe which goes back to the 1990s, but we're only going to talk about the first two parts, which take place in the 1890s and the 1930s. So the first part is Phantom Blood, the part that starts everything. So after George Joestar, the head of the Joestar family, is caught in an accident, his wife dies and his son is critically injured, but survives. After being discovered by Dario Brando, Dio's dad. If you don't know who Dio is, you've been living under a rock, but Dio's dad. So, George thinks he's saving him, but Dario is actually trying to rob him. So, blindly, George Joestar actually acknowledges this as fate, or as some sort of kindness, so he is indebted to Dario. Years go on, Dario dies, and Dario's son, Dio, which is a bastard, he's a prodigy in every way, but he's born low class. On the other hand, we got Jonathan Joestar, who is the son of George Joestar, who is a pampered little boy who takes everything for granted and doesn't really know what he has. After Dario dies, George Joestar takes in Dio Brando, and that creates a very, very, very severe trifle between the family. All Dio wants to do is destroy Jonathan's life. He kisses his bitch, he kills his dog, he kills his dad, fucking just crazy shit. So at first it looks like it's a day in life, just a normal anime, nothing to it, until Dio finds a mask that's gonna change everything. It's gonna change everybody's life forever. So basically Dio becomes something, and then obviously Jonathan is like, alright, he fucking killed my dad, I'm gonna have to go attack him, or have to do something. And then he meets Baron Zeppeli, Willie Zeppeli, who teaches him how to use Hamon. And that is the basic fighting method. Hamon, you can put it like chakra or ki, it's life energy that's sprouted by breathing. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, but still, not as crazy as chakra or ki. So that's basically it. He is trying to, for episode 2, 3 to 9, he's trying to fight Dio and all his minions and get control of his life back. Needless to say, it ends at episode 9 with a very, 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 very unexpected twist. From episode 9, we fast forward 50 years, so it goes to the 1890s to 1930s. Which the protagonist of this show is my all-time favorite. Joseph Joestar. He has everything. He has everything you can want in a character. Crude sense of humor, a lively attitude, he's serious when he needs to. And he's just everything you want in a character. He's fucking badass, and he has one of the best one-liners ever. Because I know what you're gonna say next. Next thing you'll say is, like, Yeah, some crazy shit. So, anyways, after the 1930s, he's living in New York. He's an Englishman, and he he um he got Hamon. He's able to use Hamon ability from his grandfather, who is long dead. His grandfather is Jonathan Joestar. So after that, him and a couple characters from way back, from part 1, discovered the origin of the stone mask that is implemented in part 1. And you see a new threat called the Pillarmen, who are these ancient entities who just are, 1, immortal, 2, can actually suck other people into their own bodies and merge, and have these crazy, crazy abilities. And so, after that, after meeting Santana, which is the first of the enemies, Jojo is completely baffled, and he's put in this situation where the other 3, like, he needs to work and beat the other 3, because they discovered more. So after that, he meets up with Caesar Sepeli, which is my favorite Sepeli. And after that, they go and train. They meet the main antagonists, which are Wamu, Cars, and AC/DC. You can't tell all the band references. Anyways, and after that fight, Jojo is injected her with some poison in the form of rings. Wamu puts a ring in his throat, and it'll dissolve in 30 days unless Wamu dies. Wamu gets beaten, gets the antidote, which is in his lip ring, and then AC/DC puts one in his heart. So basically, Jojo will die in 30 days if he doesn't get this antidote, per se. So, boom, they go under the mentorship of Lisa. This fucking girl who was straight out of hentai, literally, straight out of fucking hentai. And they train in the ways of Hamon and blah blah blah, intense ass fights, blah blah blah. They get to the end, and just some shit goes down. That's basically the overview on it. Didn't spoil too much, and I didn't give too little information. Alright, so as far as character development, I loved it. Everybody was developed pretty well, unless you weren't important. It's a short show, especially Phantom Blood. It's only 9 episodes, so they can't really be that much development. As far as battle tendencies, there is very good development, in my opinion. So I'm going to give that a 7.5. There's really not much I can say to that without spoiling, because I don't want to spoil it. Let's see. Plot progression is well made. It's right to the point. No useless shit. No filler. Everything is where it has to be, and it's perfectly done. I'm going to give that a 9. Animation, holy fucking crap. It's my favorite aspect of the show. It's not conventional animation, it's different. It's very well done, and it has a lot of details. And what I really love about this show is that depending on the mood, the color of the background, or their hair, or their whole, like, clothes, it all changes. For example, if my hair is black right now, and everybody's, like, in a really tense mood, it's gonna turn blue, and it's good. It's cool. It's different. It's different type of animation. You can see a lot of detail in the characters. Plus, they're built like DBZ characters in the first 2 arcs. I think that's very, very cool. So out of that, I'm going to give it a 9.5, just because the animation was good. It's not everybody's cup of tea if you're used to standard animation, but you might as well give it a try. As far as soundtrack, it's fucking phenomenal. It's holy fucking shit. Holy fucking shit. So, the first 2 openings, which are Sono Chino Sadame, it's fucking, it'll stick to your brain. And the second opening's Coda, is Bloody Stream by Coda, and, like, it's also a very fucking catchy soundtrack, and everything else just blends completely in. It blends perfectly in. And at the end, usually they end with, like, this moment of, like, tense and, like, urgency, and it ends with the song the song Roundabout by a band called Yes, which is a band from the 1970s. But dude, it fits it so well, that little guitar solo and the ending. Oh my god, it's so well. Soundtrack is also a 9.5. I fucking love it. The ending to each arc is fucking stupid. It's breathtaking. Ending from part 1, it's something I did not expect. It's completely like when I first, even after reading, when I first saw it, I can't believe they did it so well. And they portrayed Dio and Jonathan so well in that last scene. And just, oh my god, it's just so fucking great. And on to Battle Tendencies, that ending. Holy fucking shit. That ending when Jojo just lucked the fuck out and just overcame his obstacle. Man, it was so great. It was honestly so great. And I was like, alright, JoJo Part 2 is gonna end on the same note as JoJo Part 1. No, fam, it went so good. I fucking love the show. Honestly, endings are a solid 10. No fucking doubt. And as a whole, I'm gonna give it a 9. As a whole, as a show as a whole, I'm gonna give it a 9. It's because it deserves the credit. It's like, if you watch it, you will understand. It deserves the credit. Sorry, the cat. But still deserves the credit. Diamond is Unbreakable is coming, which is part 4, and I am stoked for it. I am stoked. It's definitely going to be the Anime of the Year award. Like I said, this is the JoJo review. I really hope you guys enjoyed and give me some feedback. I would really appreciate it.